Welcome to the Beacon Connection. This is your host, Maurice Miller. Today we'll be having an inspiring conversation with the founders of the From a Woman Festival in Moab, Utah, a celebration of women's strength, creativity, and community. This festival isn't just about gathering, it's about making a difference. Today, we're sitting down with the passionate woman behind this incredible event. Thank you for joining us. Let's start with an introduction. What are your names and where are you from?
My name's Tony Sicola.
My name is Teresa Hurd.
I was born in Houston, Texas, and then I came here from California. So I went from Texas to Maryland to California to here.
I was born in upstate New York, moved to Boston, then to California, then to Moab about 3 years ago.
Why did you decide to start the From a Woman Festival? What inspired you?
We decided to start From a Woman Festival, I think because we both saw the impact that strong women have in Moab, and we wanted to make sure that they were getting recognized for the amazing work and impact that they have on the community.
We started From a Woman because we wanted to empower and recognize women in town. It's such a female leadership place. There's so many women doing amazing things in Moab. And also the stage that we chose is like one of the best kept secrets in Moab. It's a incredible pavilion behind the Archway Inn. And my band plays there a few times a year. And I just decided that we needed to do something cool on that stage. And Teresa and I teamed up to make it happen.
What is the mission or goal of your festival?
The mission of the festival is to showcase all of the incredible talents that we have in Moab. There's tons of female entrepreneurs in town. There are tons of incredible artists. And all four of the bands that will be showcased that day are women-led band. We really want to eventually grow and expand the attendance and the participation into folks that are outside of Moab as well. But the idea for this year specifically was really to highlight the community, the women in the community that are doing awesome work.
And I think it's beyond music as well. There's going to be acts that are between the bands that are not music focused. We have a Navajo breathwork, a movement experience. We have a highline demonstration by Elevate Outdoors. Faith Dickey is a world-renowned highliner. We have Rise Training Studio that's going to do sort of a health assessment with people. We have a yoga demonstration / bingo fundraiser for Girls on the Run, and a lot of really cool vendors that you may not find at other festivals. We didn't want it to be the same as other amazing festivals that we have in town. So we really wanted it to showcase women, but be a festival that is a little bit different than some of the festivals that are already coming to.
We really wanted it to be accessible as well. So ticket prices are low and the price for becoming a vendor at the festival is super low. You know, it's a limited audience this year just because of the timeline, but next year it's going to be much bigger. And we really wanted it to feel like anybody that was even dabbling in something cool that they wanted to show as a vendor could afford to have a booth if they wanted to.
I think because of the timeline, but also because of us.
Yeah. We're the first time doing this.
It's our first time doing it, and it has really grown. Like initially, Tony was like, "Hey, you want to help me do this thing?" And it's like, "Sure," like just a couple bands, and it has really grown. The support from the women in this community has been unparalleled. Like I still can't believe it, but we didn't know going into it. Like, can we pull this thing off?
Right?
Are we? We've both had moments where we've woken up in the middle of the night and been like, oh my gosh, but now it's like, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but
it's got momentum. It's rolling forward without us having to like heave, which is great.
Yeah. I think next year, hopefully it will be bigger and we can get more acts and so forth, authors or different kinds of artists and so forth. But yeah, I think the size of it was a little bit like, hey, let's just dip our toe in this before we're doing something that we're way in over.
Right.
Yeah. Let's just get a little in over our head.
Right.
How does it empower women?
I think just showcasing women. I think the other thing that hopefully it will do is allow women to connect, and everyone's welcome. So this is not like a women only festival or event, everyone is welcome. But we hope that there will be connections made. We hope that small businesses that are there will get more business post-festival, that our sponsors are really important to us, and that people will patronize those sponsors after the festival and recognize that, like, hey, these people are supporting women in this women's festival. Some of them are women-owned businesses, and that it will just continue to inspire those businesses. And when you do that, then the whole community benefits.
This year, you're supporting Beacon's Girls on the Run program. Why did you choose to support this initiative?
So a good friend of mine used to work in the school lunch program, and she's so connected. And so we kind of started asking around what are some great organizations? And my friend who used to work in the schools recommended Girls on the Run. And so I reached out to Xandra and chatted with her, and we both kind of did a little bit of sleuthing on the internet to learn about the program. And I just think it's an incredible avenue for leadership and confidence building for girls. I always credit many positive aspects of my personality to team sports, and growing up being coached and being in a team environment where everyone contributes and everyone's important. And in those environments, I really grew as a leader. I was almost always team captain in every sport I played. Even when I rode the bench, I was still
team captain. Why doesn't that surprise me? This hasn't come up, but that is so obvious.
And yeah, it was not obvious that I would be a star player, but I would be a captain. Yeah. So the ability to be coached, the ability to take feedback, the ability to give feedback to your team, to be able to share the ball, to not be a ball hog, and all those things, I credit so much to team sports, and not every kid gets to be in team sport. And I feel like hearing all of the mission of Girls on the Run and the way that it seems to foster confidence and leadership in girls, to me, that's giving all of the girls an opportunity, even if they're not playing a team sport, to experience that thing that I credit so much to who I am.
And then that will build future leaders, right? Right. Future leaders in our community. And if they choose to leave the community, future leaders in other communities. So it just fit really well with our mission.
What do you admire about Beacon's mission and programs?
The mission of Beacon, with growing leaders and inspiring confidence, is exactly, I think, what we've experienced in our careers. Tony talked about in sports, but what we want for youth, right? Not just girls, but for youth in general, right? And we've all had mentors. I've been super fortunate to have some amazing mentors, and through that, I've had a pretty great career, and being able to give back and see kids really flourish through those relationships, I think it's very important and what we'd like to contribute to.
I also think that having the diversity of programming that you guys have is so huge. Like there's so many different opportunities for kids to discover what they like. We had way fewer choices. We had sports, we had a few art classes, and then we had like a few after school clubs or something that weren't always, the best organized or the best attended. And so to have something that's like a very organized program with all of these different things to let kids try, be like, oh, I had no idea I was good at pickleball. Like that's cool to have that opportunity to really try different things in a supportive setting and really learn what you're good at a young age is invaluable.
Who can we expect at the event?
Everyone's welcome to attend the event. Anyone and everyone who loves and supports women should come. It's going to be such a fun day. We're going to have, again, low prices for folks to get in. And the people that will be participating in the event as vendors will be almost exclusively women-owned businesses that are local to Moab, doing creative endeavors. Also, there will be a booth that's for the Women's Business Center of Utah. We'll have a place where anyone who owns a business can come and put their card, and it's a great place for people to network. That's kind of going to be the hub for, hey, I need an accountant. Let me go see what women-owned businesses are in town for that. So it's going to run the gamut. Kids under 12 can get in free. There's also a really cool playground that's there if people want to bring their kids. It's outside the gate because we will be serving alcohol, but that's also there. So really anyone's welcome.
I think also we're going to have the League of Women Voters registering people to vote. This is going to be close to the election, which we're super excited about. So yeah, everyone's welcome. We're also going to have a Trailblaze Her Award. So we hope that all the nominees will show up, but we've had 24 4 nominees now. So people wrote in about women who've impacted the community, impacted their lives. So we're going to be awarding someone with the first annual Trailblaze Her Award. So hopefully we'll see all those ladies there.
We have a ton of sponsors for the event as well, and many of them will have booths, and many of them will be recognized both visually and verbally at the event. And some of those folks have contributed to the award that we're going to give the Trailblazer. She's going to get, whoever wins this award is going to get a package of very, very cool stuff.
And what activities or events will be taking place?
We're going to have 4 musical acts. We'll start the day with a Navajo breathwork kind of dance energy thing to sort of get everyone going. It's going to be really neat. The company is Bahozu Journey breathwork journeys, and Ledia is gonna lead that. And then we'll have the Butch Cassidys is going to play a set, and then we'll have Rise come do a thing to get everybody out of their seats and move their bodies. And then my band will play Tony and the Enablers. And after that, we'll have Faith Dickey do her. She'll do a brief talk about overcoming fear, which is very cool. To me, that's like a massive character builder, is doing something that scares you every day. So then she'll do a little slacklining demonstration, and then we'll have Talia Keys, who is an incredible one-woman show. And after that, we'll have the sort of yoga bingo hybrid. We have lots of fun prizes for the bingo winners, and now we'll have Desert Power Yoga hosting that interstitial moment. And then we'll finish up the day with Hattie, the Hattie Craven Band. She's an incredible kind of Americana folk performer, and she'll have a full band behind her, and she'll be the headliner for the day. And then again, we'll have vendors that will line. We way overbooked vendors. The more than we thought we realized that would want to do this. 30 different vendors coming to this event. So it's going to be jam-packed with really, really awesome offerings.
Finally, how can the community get involved?
We still need a few volunteers. Yeah, we for the afternoon shift, we probably need maybe 4 or 5 more volunteers. So if anybody wants to help out, that would be fantastic. And you'll get a t-shirt.
That's right.
And lunch.
There's still tickets available. If you go to moabwomensfestival.com, you can get tickets there. And we still need some volunteers, like Tony said. Mm-hmm. And I think that's it.
That's pretty much it. We're solid. We've been, again, overwhelmed with the incredible support that the community has provided, both in the way of sponsorships with money and in-kind donations, and just knowledge share. There are incredible events that happen in Moab, the Folk Festival, the Arts Festival, and both Cassie and Teresa, the 2 folks that run those events, have been beyond generous with not just helping us make this happen with tangible assets, but just with their incredible experience and knowledge. And we couldn't have done this without the support of the incredible businesses and women in this community to help us make this happen. And we're just beyond grateful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The From a Woman Festival is more than just an event. It's a movement. By supporting it, you're also supporting the future of Moab's young women through Beacon's Girls on the Run. To learn more about the festival or to get involved, visit moabwomensfestival.com. moabwomensfestival.com. Let's make a difference together. Thank you for listening to the Beacon Connection. I'm your host, Maurice Miller. See you next time.